Rohit, be ready, Rohit. Class is starting. Rohit, fast.
Yeah, okay. Fast. And above, go there. Fast.
Cameraman, be ready.
Ready.
Hello guys, welcome to our channel and this is Rohit.
And this is Rohit.
So today we are going to start about the motion part 2 with more interesting topics. So please make sure to watch the whole video interestingly.
So let's begin.
So study with Rolak. So hello guys. Now we are going to learn about
Speed and
velocity. So they both are very interesting concepts. So please make sure to understand in very detailed manner.
It's very easy.
First of all, many of you guys must be thinking that speed is nothing but an object traveling 50 km per hour or any other distance. But speed is not like that. Speed is nothing but, if you think like speed is 50 km per hour, here 50 km is nothing but the distance.
Distance.
And the time, that means hour, is nothing but the time taken. So by this you must have understood the definition of speed. Speed is nothing but an object traveling a distance in unit time. So speed is a object traveling a distance in unit time is called as speed. Its SI unit is nothing but meter per second or kilometer per second, etc.
So we have completed speed. Now we are going to learn about velocity.
So velocity is very simple. Velocity is nothing but the displacement that has been traveled by an object in unit time. Velocity is nothing but the displacement that has been traveled by an object in unit time. Simple.
Okay. What Rohit meant is speed is distance by time, whereas velocity is displacement by time.
So by this you must have understood that displacement and velocity are of same family, whereas distance and speed are of other family. But they both are somehow linked to each other.
How? I'm going to say now. See, what is the quantity of speed? He doesn't know. The quantity of speed is scalar quantity.
How?
Senseless kid, why you don't know, man? See, in speed, distance is there. We already know that the quantity of distance is scalar. So, speed is scalar quantity. So, now what is velocity? What is the quantity of velocity? Right? Again, I don't know. The quantity of velocity is vector. How? Senseless kid, why you don't know, eh? See, why? Because in velocity, displacement is there. We already know that displacement is vector quantity. So, displacement is vector quantity. So, velocity is also vector quantity. Now, how they both are linked to each other? See, in speed, magnitude is there. Whereas in velocity, magnitude and direction is there. So, if you add this direction to this magnitude, that is magnitude plus direction, it becomes velocity. So, in speed, if you add direction, it becomes velocity. So, speed with direction is called as velocity.
So that's how they both are linked to each other. So these are the definition of speed and velocity.
Next, hope you understand.
And next we are going to learn. We have completed the definitions between speed and velocity. And now we are going to learn about the differences between them.
So the first difference is the definitions itself.
And the next one is that the velocity is vector quantity and speed is scalar quantity.
Okay. The third difference is the SI unit of them. So the SI unit of speed is kilometer per hour or meter per second. But kilometer per hour is used in general. Next, velocity. What is the velocity SI unit? Kilometer per hour or meter per second. But meter per second is used in general. So the SI unit of speed is kilometer per hour, whereas the SI unit of velocity is meter per second.
And the next one is that speed will be every time positive. Whereas the velocity which is there, it's not positive. It won't stay in one place. Velocity can be zero. It can be negative. It can also be positive. so this is about the differences between them. So please make sure to understand them easily. So we have completed the differences between speed and velocity. And now we are going to learn about acceleration, types of acceleration, etc. They are very simple. So please make sure to understand them. Now I am going to visualize them so that you can understand them in a proper way. Rohit, give the opposite. So, suppose, think of this as a car. So, think of this as a car which moving with constant velocity. So, this is a car which is moving with constant velocity and then it suddenly started to change That means it steadily started to change its velocity with time. So this car which is there, which is in constant before, now is suddenly starting to change its velocity with time. Then we can tell that this car is accelerating. So what is acceleration? So by this you must have understood the definition of acceleration. Rohit, can you tell me what is the definition of acceleration?
Sure, Lohit, it's very easy. See, the definition of acceleration is velocity moving like this, and like this.
See, what Rohit told completely was wrong. See, I have mentioned you clearly the change in velocity. So, acceleration is nothing but the rate of change in velocity with time. Acceleration is the rate of change in velocity with time. Simple definition, etc.
So guys, we have completed acceleration. Now we are going to learn about uniform acceleration and
Non-uniform acceleration. So first of all, what is uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration is a type of acceleration in which either velocity increases or either it decreases with equal intervals of time. This is called as uniform acceleration. Simple, easy peasy.
so now we are going to learn about non-uniform acceleration. So what is non-uniform acceleration? The increase or decrease of velocity or the change of velocity with unequal intervals of time or non-uniformly is called as non-uniform acceleration.
See, what Rohit meant is the increase or decrease in velocity with unequal intervals of time is called as non-uniform acceleration. Simple. So these are about uniform and non-uniform acceleration. And next we are going to learn about average speed and average velocity. So guys, we have completed about uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration, and now we are going to learn about average velocity. This is a special concept, so please understand it.
Okay, so what is average? Average is nothing but sum of two numbers by 2.
So here we can tell the total displacement. In other way, the average form in other way is that the total displacement by total time. And we can also tell it in another way. What is that way? Can you continue, Rohit?
So the other way is u plus v by 2 is called as average velocity.
Rohit, how can you tell the u plus v by 2, and what are these u and what is this v?
See, u is initial velocity whereas v is final velocity. In displacement, there is a starting point and there is an ending point. So the starting point is called as initial velocity, that is u, and the ending point is called as final velocity and the v. So if we want to find the average, we need to add both u plus v by 2 only when the velocity is changing uniformly.
So Rohit, why only when it is uniform? What happens if it is used in non-uniform way?
See, suppose let's take an example. Let's take numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. While looking at these numbers only, we may understand the average number is 3. So let's do this formula. What is starting number? 1 and the ending number is 5. So 1 plus 5 by 2, 6 by 2 is 3. So we got the answer correct. So let's take other example. So the numbers are 1, 3, 4, 11 and 12. So by looking only we can understand the middle number is 4. So again let's take the formula. 1 plus ending number 12 by 2. What is 13 by 2? Which will get as 6.5. But here we got the answer wrong. Why? Because in first example it is changing uniformly, like after 1 second, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in second example it's changing non-uniformly, like 1, 3, 4, 11, 12. So by this you can understand that average velocity happens only when the velocity is uniform.
So the special formula that is invented by someone else, which we don't know, is also called that is u plus v by 2. So that we can use when we are finding some problems, etc. So guys, now we are concluding. Tata, see you next time. And next time we are going to learn about new formulas and we are going to learn about
stop. Guys, we are concluding this year. Bye bye, Tata.
And also, please subscribe, like and share our video. And if you have any doubts, so please mention in comments so that we could clarify them very easily. Bye. Bye guys.